defensive side for Vitality, but they now have a different player in the mix to the last time.
Oh, hell nah.
So already an aggressive
DERKE?
start. DERKE looking to try and get in their face as much as humanly possible.
Wow.
Wow.
Nah, DERKE is him, bro. I'm already convinced. I'm already convinced off the 1 round.
Looking to crunch on it, but a big play by FUT.
Wait, what?
Wrapping themselves around. They made it to the south side.
How's he got 3 kills without being spotted?
This round has quickly fallen into FUT's hands.
Wait, this will be a good match. You know why? Strictly because both duelists are like in good form. Thoughts? Just based off of that, it's gonna be a good match.
FUT with a pistol under their belt.
Both duelists in good form.
Fit them back into the tournament. You're playing against a team that a lot of the time works off fundamentals, very aggressive in the way that they play. So maybe that boosts Vitality's confidence getting those individual fights. Or they're going to slam you into the ground. Like they are a team of 50-50s, it seems, all the way through the matchup, and they'll really put to a test.
Zeus? Zeus?
What set up they are. Okay, Zeus.
Side.
Just looking for some
Ooh, let's go, bro. I like this guy. I like this
pistols,
guy,
bro.
I like this guy, bro.
The spams were good. Its hipfire's pretty accurate.
He's got all those kills and he's just giving it to Mr. Fallen.
I hope he doesn't.
He has a Vandal. They give him a Vandal. Oh no!
He's just going.
Together,
Observer?
aggressive from Zeus, and he'll lose his
Yo,
life.
is this guy
DERKE
eating a burger while he's observing? How do you change POVs
with that
there?
opening pick.
Was the message from Geist just disrespect?
There's no
the hell out of
way.
them today, because that was the one rifle or one Vandal that they had in this round. Still pushing though. The defensive side looking to try and pincer in from
The observing
behind,
is
cracks,
usually
looking
good in
to
EU too.
hold the line in front of them. And they kind of already have the attack boxed in, but that kill onto Cracks opened things up.
Yeah, there's a lot of weaknesses for FUT. Losing those opening duels just makes it so much harder. The pressure on as they attempt to crunch rather towards Arcade. Les is having none of it, cleaning up the kills before he meets Yedege. But a 1 versus 4, an ace clutch needed, and really, I guess the question of damage is always going to be there in a round like this. But carrying that Bulldog through to the next could give them some opportunities, or even that reposition to catch them off as they exit. Yeah, removing weapons is often going to be the goal of players in this situation.
I can assume there's no real reason for him to hold on to the gun, because if he dies, he'll get himself a Vandal in the next round, or Phantom, but it'll be...
He's going for exits.
It's whether or not he
Well, he's not going to get anyone.
Unfortunately, they're now running directly towards where he was previously seen, so his last position might have held a little bit more value. Potentially going to try and sneak up behind them. A nasty surprise if nobody's paying attention, but a couple of players watching. He'll take one.
Wow, good damage, bro.
Just second as well. To garner as many orbs
now
as possible.
The
DERKE 1 away from the overdrive, which is one of the few things that could realistically turn this round alongside that orbital strike, but it's how much do you want to commit with 35 seconds, no real information, and they're about to walk into that same Cypher setup, this time on B.
Stun, I don't think landed.
That's tough.
Safely able to spray down his trap that was repositioned earlier. Nets in one with DERKE falling.
Power?
Now the fight in the open going just as well. Sure, he'll fall eventually, but limited time. And
FUT looked too good.
I'm
not gonna lie.
Remaining. This is a clean
they look too good.
Cracks full blinded him.
On there with that quick springboard into sight. That's fantastic. Zeus dodges the stun, looks for the fight. That is DERKE on the other side, but he's not deterred. Maybe he should have been. Plenty of players backing him up. And Zeus down.
Captain doesn't look confident. Captain is not confident.
They're sinking in this
Captain
round.
is not confident.
Full-out aggression.
That did not look good.
Stop Vitality before they can even get anywhere near
Dagger?
any part of the map. And it does almost feel like Zeus has just been told to be disrespectful.
You won't do it, pussy. That's what I thought.
He definitely wanted to. He is going to. Straight through.
Oh, come on, brother.
Not pretty. One completely blind, and it is 1v1 duels galore for this round. Every single fight being taken, and so far, every single one being lost. It's only Yedege standing. Economy, it's not bad, but it's not as good as you might think for the side of FUT. It's looking like he's going to attempt to do some damage here.
To be honest, you should just save.
He's going to fail.
Even though they have money.
You see DERKE getting aggressive. He's on an agent that he can quickly back off around a corner.
I genuinely wonder how much of this is just like, let's just disrespect.
Oh, he's going to peek dry or stun?
Like we just have the better players, because just going back again.
No good, bro. Captain, good trade.
Refight.
Double stuns, double stuns. Wait, the stun didn't get them.
He's so aggressive.
Oh, what a flash. Wait. How did the stun not get him?
Burned up by Captain 4. nothing, all thanks to that reposition. Ults online for Vitality. Hell, this isn't the round where they'll need them. Sevov is carrying them across the finish line in this one. And it's Yedege with a stinger in a 1v3. If he can take a couple down, even force an ultimate out, that would be an ideal scenario. But there is no chance. Okay, if he made it around that corner, I start to get worried, but...
Safe immediately swaps off his utility. He was setting up salvos, but he knows there's going to be someone in this corner ready to try and fight him.
Wow!
He's going to get both of them.
Oh my goodness!
He still makes it work, but they've lost the site now. Plan can be acquired safe. Spike goes back towards that site. The smokes are down,
man,
but
the
not
Zeus
for
guy
too much
is
longer. The decision
the
needs to be made.
Trying to find it.
That's a very open plan, but he's going to get it in. I mean, this is fantastic. Zeus super low HP if he can swing through and catch them off, but Les wasn't really sticking that fight. Yedege just on the other side.
No.
That ultimate gets them info. They'll know exactly where these last two players are. They've got them boxed in. And it's Yedege who's looking to finish them off. The cam for the info.
Wait, what?
And he hoped that he could catch Les off.
Stick it.
Ability in from Kicks.
Yeah,
he might be
I
able
think.
to stop them, but it's already halfway. Time pressure is on. Reload is heard. Spam's coming through and not quite landing. And the repeat gets them across the line with a sneaky defuse. Just as the smoke is fading. It's FUT 5-3.
They're gonna push spawn, by the way, right?
Towards Arcade, which
looks like they're pushing spawn.
is a pretty nasty double trap if they go in that direction.
K-ult.
As Flash is burned up by cracks just to enable Zeus to keep this position inside.
K-ult is big. K-ult is big. He can't jump.
To play through those smokes as we've seen.
DERKE's dead. The K-ult him.
Late play by Les. He's been spotted though, and now
double
they're coming
peek.
back to this
Wow.
setup. The high-low grabs the kill.
Wow.
And now
It's perfect timing on the rotate from cracks.
Kicks and safe.
Holy.
Last alive. The spike down. Up
Holy.
Everything.
They managed to hold on to all of those positions, and I think Vitality were caught off by what is a bit of an unorthodox position.
Look at Dish.
He just runs
He's
it
dead.
down.
Big north side play. They've got South covered in by the trap, but this means one less for Yedege to play off on the site, and pressure is on him. A lot of weaker weapons here for Vitality as they get aggressive. Ult popped by DERKE.
They saw him. They saw him, I think, on radar.
This back in their favor as they've pressured the weaker side. And FUT left into a very disadvantageous
that was crazy by DERKE.
A 1 versus 5. Mr. Fallen grabs the first.
I feel like you have to have that type of confidence to play duelist, though.
Very much planted.
Like, you probably shouldn't make those plays. Like, right here, it's fine, obviously. You have to have that confidence, but not make those plays.
It looks like the decision might
or, like, be smart about when you make those plays, rather. That confidence with the wits is what you need.
Being put onto Yedege once again.
Contact.
A completely different position from at a captain. But his teammate is going to end up isolated. For Yedege, this has been enough.
He got out. He got out.
Through the smoke
They're playing retake with the breach ult.
Actually, it's Mr. Fallen that's taken the majority of the damage so far.
Let them plant.
Rolling Thunder
it's going to be hard.
Oh
no, he chased him too hard, bro.
Put them with a leg up at the half, no matter what happens next.
Tap,
but Sevov's put Yedege in the dirt. It made it to the side at least, but those smokes soon to fade. Safe falls. Okay, they need a few more kills though, and it's mainly up towards heaven. Orbital strike. That's a good Brimble. The neon stun slowed them, bro. And the spike still needing to be diffused. The smoke's no longer blocking. The cracks goes pushing, but he is caught as well. Everybody stepping up to the plate, but another fantastic round. To be honest, the breach ult was bad, low-key.
Locating targets.
And the drone being used, I'm not even sure if it's needed. I think we know the setup by this
flash
point.
peek, here we go.
Zeus is on the corner.
Wait for timing.
Krax is here ready with the flash.
Clear.
Use the stun to start with. Try to force that aggression in.
Oh, he got caught. DERKE peeked with the stun. He didn't wait for it to go off.
Later on, Zeus will not be. He's put in the dirt early on.
Damn, this is good timing.
Like FUT's chances of a lead at the half may be getting buried as Vitality.
The fuck?
They've still got
I don't know, man.
up in full
Maybe
health. A man advantage. If they push A, they're going into a lot of defenders.
I'm rooting for the FUT jobs, but
30 seconds left.
honestly just down for a good game.
Towards Dish, they've got to be careful with this last position looking to come in from behind. Salvos to force them more into the open and hoping space can be made, and it has been. DERKE has done well. There is Les, as I said.
Where are you going, Captain?
Completely
unnoted by
Holy
the side, and Sevov is there to strike once
half,
again.
bro. Has it been a good game so far?
Unless we can see that clutch from Dish, which, as I said earlier, is
it's
not
been
an easy thing to do.
No. You know, maybe if you had
I would say it's been high
to
level.
help you out, but just the cam, I'm not sure how much ELIMINATION can do with that. A Guardian in hand and 4 players that he's up against. Super passive position, safe, waiting for salvos to come online. Aftershock in play as well.
They're so far out of the sight.
There's no way that this can go his
Can
way.
you sound drop there?
Farming round, and it turns out to be just that, but for DERKE. 6-6 at the half, an impressive resurgence by Vitality,
Yes.
always within punching distance. He is keeping the stat exactly on par.
Is it good now?
If I'm going to give an upgraded pistol to anyone, it might be Seavoff after
Maybe he doesn't need it.
half. Exactly.
There you go.
He's too cool for it. Also, he wants his utility, but no, it's because he's too cool. He's playing the cool card. Oh, Salvo's in, and okay, forced forward is out of captain.
Got him,
a little
got
bit
his
delayed
ass.
to the rest of the
Got
squad.
him
Thanks
again.
to that util and foot.
Chat can't
Well,
keep
they're
getting
pumping
away
the
with
brakes
it.
on this, hoping that ELIMINATION can find value in that. He does.
Been good so far. He even manages to double up onto kicks as they are trying to catch him out around his own cage. DERKE and less. Deadliest of duos.
DERKE?
First will come for free. A tiny tag to DERKE, but still a whole lot to be
Captain,
found.
don't f up for us, bro.
Could be everything. The smoke.
Oh
Lasting
god, Captain's
an
dead. Walk through now.
amount of time.
Wait, this is good. He's smart. He's smart. He knows the gap. He knows the gap. He knows the gap. Hey, I thought you knew the
might just have
gap.
the drop on his opponent. It just depends when he peeks around the corner.
God
He
damn
doesn't
your
manage to land the
aim.
shots.
Oh my
Both players now within
god.
the tower. The main issue is that time has been ticking. A stun available, a knife if needed, but the fact is Cracks already just looking to swing out, and with the clock already gone, there really isn't any more time for less. It needed to be the insta-kills, and in the end, it's Cracks to close.
Stun looks good.
Someone in Turkish said
Okay. Well,
Turkish FNS, but he's not
never
even an
mind.
IGL.
The weaker
That's what he said
weaponry
in
has been
Turkish.
absolutely slaughtered. I don't mind the Vitality moving as a unit in an attempt to try and cause a
my
little bit of extra
God.
damage, but FUT are well aware and already farming up a decent amount of those orbs. Unfortunately, a lot of
see
them
it.
have been onto the ELIMINATION, but as you can see, Les is going to try and have a couple of his own. The main worry for me is going into the next round, you're going to have a captain with the potential to buy up and get himself a rifle, but more importantly, if he can find this final kill, which I'm hoping Les won't allow, he would already be on his ultimate, and you're on a map where you got a good chance to collect one of those orbs anyway.
Yeah, there's a couple opportunities to do that.
Focus, Tarik.
For less, with just the classic, Zeus is pushing him. Chance for one, but not when Zeus has got that rifle in hand. Yeah, I don't think he even used the scope there.
All right.
He doesn't like to.
Although he's been playing a lot of Fade recently. I think those are his two. DERKE, operator, doesn't have the shield.
Shot
He's just about
free.
going to get out of there. His counterpart of Zeus that
0
the main-
damage inflicted. Glass cannon up. You won't go
That's
through.
highlight in that previous half has already gone down. Mr. Fallen has just gone walking through the smoke. It seems like Les is
Les.
more than aware and will be able to hold on,
How'd the
but
Cracks
not for long.
die?
The trade out eventually.
3v4 post plant.
How they're going to go for the plant, leading into a position where they have rifles to play with.
Bro, the
This
brimstones
round
last
might not
so
be as
long.
easy
It's
as a
actually
normal
insane.
bonus.
They actually last so
Salvos were
long.
used start around by
They
Safe.
going through this, right? They going through
I think
this.
they'll be online soon, and probably you just wait for that refreshing
They
utility
have
to come
both
back
flanks
into play.
stripped. They know they're coming CT.
Here
They
we
just
go.
hold the line together.
Salvo's
I like
online,
how FUT are playing. Let's see
being
if it
lined up
works.
as we speak, but
Stun?
Captain, he's got to read on the timing.
Good
Stun goes
timing.
in.
Good timing.
Beautiful
Captain.
from Captain.
There he
Disrupting
is,
the play
bro.
completely. Stopwatch in
Round's
their
over.
head, and
No
now
time.
at 2 versus
Save the
3.
op. Will he
Vitality
get caught?
stalled out, op in hand, and
Nope.
that's something you're going to
Wow,
want to
good,
carry through
good
to the
teamwork.
next.
Honestly,
They're running for the hills,
the
saving
brim
these
smokes help
weapons,
so
and it's
much.
all thanks to
Like the
Captain. The double in the
resmoke
last
being
round
so
was
late
nice, but
is so
it was an
OP.
anti-
He feels confident, and that's all you need from Cracks.
Yeah, he doesn't see where it lands at the end of the day. unless
Caster's
he's
having
paying
too much
attention
fun.
to the rules.
Focus.
Don't
No,
worry about it.
he's too busy headshotting people to care.
Exactly.
DERKE with the operator. That's
Thank you.
the gun we'd like to be highlighting, but looking where he is on the map. And Zeus is just, by the way, Zeus is just running it down from B. He's like,
that a fake?
yeah, guys, I don't
Here we
think they're
go.
going to rotate too quickly into this one because I've just thrown all of my utility onto one
Wait,
side of the map. But the delay's
outstands.
good. Les
Wait,
has
what?
managed to buy time. Full rotation in. Captain is looking
What
to
the
try
cage?
and do
The
this
teammate's
once again.
cage. The team flash.
Already, Safe has
Was that a
managed
team
to do
flash?
well. A single kill. I think he's even picked up a rifle in the mix of everything, but
What are you
it's
doing? What are you
quickly
doing?
dealt with.
Kicks?
That flash was actually very
What are you
good,
doing?
but because Seavoff didn't
What the
see don't go swinging out through it. They don't want that battle. Decide to wait a moment longer, but that is their downfall in that duel. DERKE will save this weapon
Damn,
again. At
Captain.
least he'll try. And And you can see how quickly FUT are pushing into the spawn, realizing he's going to want to carry this forward. Now, only one player's got the right read. It's Mr. Fallen. Right place, but is it right time with DERKE holding the angle? He's walking right into it. A free pickup.
They're coming for you, DERKE.
Towards the spawn.
It's DERKE in time.
They'll catch him. He's going to be trapped inside of main. Crossing
Flick
out.
it.
They'll catch him as he does, and the angle's good. Both swinging at the same time.
They got him.
Patience
they actually got him.
On display.
Fantastic.
Save is on Pie Watch,
I think
really?
you exclude the first 3 rounds and they're top of the board.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah. Scary signs.
Retake?
FUT not looking to slow down.
They don't have any
soon.
ults to play retake,
win
though.
This round, it's the home stretch with Vitality stalling out in the early half of the defense.
Gotta go.
They've already lost a lot of control, but relying on these traps being tripped. For now, that's not the case. The plant comes in before any fall. DERKE.
What?
The flash catches
What?
him. Beautiful work from Mr. Fallen. And he follows
Honestly,
up with
they're
the kill
so ready
onto
for the
Kicks
flank
too.
because the site was so
Less
easy to
safe
take.
and Seavoff, they've got
Like,
it all to
this
do.
is
And
not a
money's
great
not
defense
great.
by Vitality.
The chances aren't looking fantastic. They might want to consider a save at this point.
They've got to be nervous of the post-spawn as well. They could
this
literally be
round's over,
anywhere.
bro.
The way the
Save.
FUT have been playing was so aggressive
It's
that you
bait.
can even see just
It's
the
bait,
nerves.
bro.
There's 15 angles
it's
they need
fucked.
to check all at once, and the players just swinging
Safe didn't
one
even
by
play the
one.
rounds.
We mentioned Kraxer's utility this round. It was irrelevant. You have to remember this was a 6-6 half. Utility offline. I said the major danger when you go into A is having less and his utility. But less is no longer on the side.
5v5 post.
And he's got
Triple
no
flank.
utility.
Do or die, really, for Vitality in the next round. It's looking like this won't be one they have too
we
much
kill
of a
the corner?
say in. Like you said, DERKE's
Nope.
ult unlikely to be committed, and you can see why.
Good
He's dealt
crossfire.
with so quickly.
Good stun.
The pistol's in play. Okay, good stun, but they can't follow up
Yes,
on
the
it
counter
because there's
stun.
2 more
Safe
players
stun?
on the angle
Bounce it off
holding
the
for
wall?
that peak.
No, it's saving.
The opportunities being given away
Oh, no,
are
they're not
slim
saving.
to none. I mean, I do see Ada Captain getting a bit aggressive, but again, that's because Zeus is there.
He's
There's 2
waiting.
players on the site with
No
that
time,
bit
no
more of a
time, no
passive
time,
hold,
no
just
time.
peeking off the flashes. Sometimes peeking out
Wow.
wide as Krax just gets
They're getting
punished, but,
fucking owned, bro. Not gonna
you
lie.
know, even economy
FUT are
management's
owning
not
the fuck
really
out of them.
the realm of conversation here. FUT got so many credits. They will be good to go for many
Bro, these
rounds to
games have
come.
been
If
actually,
there
to be
are
fair,
many
Vitality
rounds to
series
come,
was
just
good.
one-
DERKE as soon as possible. Well, this will be that.
Who won? Navi KC?
addition
Navi
brought
won.
into the
Close to
round.
1.
Hasn't really found too much other than the opening pick onto Zeus. We'll see if he can get something here, but
There.
immediately smoked off the angle so they can flash through it.
Oh, it's nasty. The double flashes too, but Kicks still manages to walk
Trades?
away with one. The trades, though,
DERKE?
are there. As the op steps
Big.
into play, DERKE lands himself
Overheat.
one. Ult activated, throwing everything at this one.
Oh,
And he'll lose his life
What?
immediately. A connection from Krax
Bomb
that
is down.
maybe doesn't level the playing field. See, there's info to play with on the other side. With the
I
hat
like
off
this,
Les's
sneaky.
head and
Very
the spike
sneaky.
down in the open. There's
They're
almost
gonna
no
wait for stun,
choice
yeah?
for FUT but to run into
They're
this
gonna
angle.
wait for
Mr.
stun,
Fallen
they're gonna use
has his
dagger.
ultimate.
How do they do this
I don't
util?
know if
Let's
they'll
see.
commit it at
Let's
this
see how
point.
they use the util. They have
Write
so
this
much
round off and
util.
play for the next. They know they're still up against an op. Or
I
they
think
could
maybe.
be. Safe's the one to retrieve it.
They're just checking there's no
I don't know what to do. I don't know how they should use the
know
util.
the
Let's see
Cypher.
though.
Must have been around here somewhere. That's where all the bodies lie, but maybe still a little nervous for where
Stun, right
Safe
click,
is
flash through
sitting.
door.
Vitality know
They
that
know he's there now?
Spike was on the deck.
They saw him or
unless
no? They saw him.
They're gonna have a rough
30
idea
seconds.
that
I think
they
he's
saw
around
him.
the sand area. But that
Maybe.
time now ticking
25.
safe already.
Go up
in on the
or
side.
commit. I think they have to commit.
They could try and hightail it back, but that clock is
Safe
getting
is
far
scared as
too
fuck,
low.
bro. He has no idea
They
both
need
are
to
out.
make a move, and the crossfire setup
This
should
kills
make
the
it
round. They
impossible.
kill
They
him,
are
they win.
well aware of Les's
Oh.
position, but he'll find both anyway. Take that disc control and
It's
potentially
2-0.
have a late flank, but
You know.
with that Rolling Thunder available, again, I like the positions that the defense have chosen.
13-6, 13-8. That's why I can't remember because it was a stomp.
Comes the big push. Molly up top, but Safe is the second player in the setup.
flash.
Big swing
Wow.
around the back, but Les gets
How they get
nothing.
owned that hard
And now
there?
this
The
becomes
flash?
very troublesome indeed. If they get the
NRG
plants here,
retired? Or
Rolling
NRG
Thunder
tweet that Finesse
for
retired?
Post-plant Zeus.
Oh, fuck. It's announced?
One looking for the plant. Instead, it's going towards Attica.
I'll take a look in a sec.
They baited it.
Just a bait to start. Rolling Thunder used up as Yedege is running it down. Information in play. They know exactly where DERKE is. No smokes to block him off. but no need to peek him either. And running in there with the op with no ult to fall back on, it's not going to look too pretty. He's going to take down 5 players. In fact, he's only got 4 shots in his magazine. This one looking like it's too tall a task to ask. It's 3 players lined up in a firing squad. Yedige, the safety in this play, to swing in and close it out. Just moments away from
such a well-done game by FUT. So dominant, bro.
13-7. And momentum in FUT's favor as they move on to split.
He's looking to make that lower bracket run. He's looking to have made improvements since adding in Zeus. And you know what? They are looking to get straight off to the races. Safe will do a lot of early damage, but he's also taken a lot of early damage.
Yedige with the opening pressure on him. Now DERKE quick to trade it out, and the site seems to be theirs. They still have to cross through, though. Zeus dealt with, and that'll at least get a plant out of this situation. A 3 versus 4. Vitality of so many players inches away from death.
Without a captain and a classic, definitely nervous. Les looking to try and get back around, but it's already DERKE within that site. Managing to get it to half. They've got to be a little bit careful. Spam's coming through. They're going to try and body block this and just stick it, but there comes the double. From behind, Krax has managed to find some, though. That time is ticking away. Les is going to be revealed. He knows roughly where he is. Needs to land the shot. He's run out of bullets.
Oh my God.
Krax had that. So well, but there was no more in the clip.
By Vitality, how he can perform now that he's on that duel list.
I'm on Team FUT, bro. But I love DERKE, so I'm conflicted.
Almost a second.
But that has been, I think, part of the downfall of his individual ability, has been playing roles where he's less about I'm the tip of the spear, I'm the aggro, I'm the first guy taking the fight. So I think putting him back into this position, it gives a lot of opportunities. Calling from the front rather than from the lineups or the setups, which has been on the Teo, and have the potential of being caught with utility in hand. But now, FUT have next to nothing to play with. Amar even getting seized, still had a captain, almost manages to get the job done, but should be a relatively easy
Feet are meant to be in socks. Well, they're getting socked up right now, so
on the Vitality side.
I can't wait to see for Vitality in these bye rounds as they come up. The look that they're going to have, you imagine a much more direct approach with Safe leading the pack from the front with DERKE and
himself roll with the punches sometimes, guys. Sometimes throw a kick W out there, it won't kill you, dude.
Deal with, and then some of that supportive utility has been fantastic.
Again, man.
We've already seen an early round lurks on the Omen, being able to take a lot of that later space as your opponents, at least in their mind, hopefully overreact to the direct play in the early rounds.
This is literally what made that Haven comp work initially. Was okay, we're just gonna take Safe.
DERKE find DERKE kill
in the world last year, or at least in EMEA.
All right, bonus
and then we're gonna take DERKE and put him on a duel list.
I'll be like, that ass gotta stop saying that.
With Sevov picking up the mantle.
Good boy. Good boy. Give him first blood, bro.
The battle of the Yorus when it comes to the
I would reply with that. No, I'm kidding. That's
setting them up with a man advantage early.
But yeah, that is the difference, though. Is that I think we can expect that Safe is going to be hard to play against, but Zeus at times is the hardest player in the league to play against. Individually, whether things have gone well or bad for FUT, it seems like a lot of the time he has been there. And you think even back to their defeat, just yesterday, he still had some.
I mean, bro, if you put enough hours into gaming to actually end up becoming a pro, you have to be a freak of some sort. Right?
Definitely got to be careful.
There has to be some sort of freak in you.
3 rifles in hand, and at least it was.
Because you must have made a sacrifice in other areas of your life.
I think maybe that little bit of extra information might just pull one back.
So there's definitely going to be something. Something is going to be a little bit off.
We've got deep information as you're highlighting towards B. Passive Heaven control on B as well.
What's your guys' excuse? You guys are freaks naturally. You guys aren't even pro.
Some of that early dueling ability that Vitality have. Holding on the site. That nade, though, is going to force Krax into the open.
Good boy. Okay, stop
DERKE is
it.
happy to take.
I'm sorry, DERKE.
Site now under pressure. Zeus comes in to fill the gap.
I can kind of see like the
15 seconds patiently as the time ticks
12.
away. Yeah, they need to make a move. Although now he's been spotted. No more element of surprise. Big swing from Sevov. They found their pick, but they need the plant. 6 seconds on the clock and out of ammo.
Good boy.
Yedige goes down, but they've managed to get that plant in. Sevov 1v2. He needed that onto Ada Captain immediately.
going to come down to how much can Zeus do. In fact, it's nothing. He just gets the info.
What if someone calls you a bad boy? There's just no winning, bro.
Doesn't have a lot of support in the timing.
There's just no winning in this world anymore.
If he can find cracks, it could be
everything
huge,
has a connotation to it.
He's also just
you can't just talk to talk anymore.
With this mid flank coming, the longer Vitality take, the more terrifying this
Cracks,
position
focus,
comes.
bro. Where are you looking?
Of course, that showstopper is still available for
Help!
the entry.
They heard that gate crash.
What about Heaven?
Potentially going to TP onto the site.
Oh!
Nice pick by Cracks. Clay pigeon shooting, finding that in the TP. Very much expected, but less. Gets the element of surprise up top. Pounces.
Oh my god, they have 5 people here. How is it so
Seavoff in a
obvious? I didn't
familiar
see the round, but they have
with
5
a spike
foot
not planted
players.
this time, and players everywhere.
Every
Great adjustment
finger.
by Foot. You got to give it to Cracks. That was a nasty shot.
Every round on the defensive
Does
side.
anyone remember the
No,
Shoxy
I will
speech?
fall back to
The
sight
Shock
and play
speech where he's
nice
like
and
5
calm.
fingers on
And
one
take us
hand,
down
like
to
we are
20
one, we are a
second mark
team.
there, going in blind, and now he's
The
back
foot
to his old
edition is where
tricks.
5 toes are 1
Knowing
foot.
he's up against the low by, all
This
right,
is only
I'm
funny
gonna
if you know what
brawl.
I'm talking
And
about,
last
and even
round
then
as
it's
well,
not
just
that
to say,
funny.
the fact
So you can
that
just
Cracks
ignore everything
gets
I
pressured
said.
by your player DERKE diving in with the ult, he has to fall back out of that top position. But he knows when that gate crash that he's been warning about for 30 seconds
Let me
now,
focus up.
when
Sorry.
that
DERKE's
comes
dead.
in, Zeus will be the one to take that player down. He emerges from the smoke just in time while Cracks is covering the main walkout. A beautiful trade-off of responsibilities, and that just comes with trust
Bro, Tarik,
and
I got
playing
6,
with
I
each
got
other
7.
a lot.
What's good?
You can see now Foot 2-2, man advantage, and passive plays up against these weaker weapons. The danger is Mr. Fallen. For second there, they could have pushed up as a unit, 3 players blitzing into him, but he's again created that extra little bit of space.
All the freaks show up for the foot match.
Slow them
Interesting, huh?
down.
Salvo's
And a
on.
passive fallback.
All the freaks are here for the
And
foot
Captain
match.
coming in from behind. The problem
This
though
weird
is
behavior.
he might be a little bit late to the party.
Is Mr. Fallen doing better today?
Yeah,
his arms are plugged in.
as much as possible, but he's under some serious pressure. Smoke
Bro,
will
it's
be there to
facing the
cover him.
world.
It's still just surviving.
Get one, bro.
Within this smoke.
What a
Potentially
legend.
Gonna go through it. That's the spike
What
on
a
the ground.
legend, Mr.
Another
Fallen. You're
coming
here to
up, and
win,
the
bro.
captain finally
Damn, Captain.
making that long rotation through.
Damn, Cap.
Well, only one standing. Seavoff in these
Let's
same
go, bro.
positions again and again and again.
After Fallen. Beautiful
What they
play.
got?
And 3-2 as a result. The lead
What
is
the
now there
fuck?
for
How the
Foot.
dog not hit him?
I don't know how Out of Captain wasn't actually caught by that Prowler. Angle slightly off, I suppose.
The interesting thing with this is that
Oh, he got
Vitality
away.
have basically, other
Go back
than
up.
Astra for Omen, they've taken
Close.
the Fnatic comp from yesterday that beat Foot, like using the exact same composition.
Wow,
the thing is, I
Mr.
think Fnatic are always very good at
Fallen.
those very
And then a
late round
spam kill.
executions. Whereas so far for Vitality, it has just been a complete failure in that regard. And although
Guys,
sure,
what are
Foot
you guys
haven't had a
doing, bro?
mass amount of time to adapt
What
from
are you guys
yesterday,
doing, bro?
you've kind of given them an opportunity to learn from the mistakes.
Exactly. You think they've come in here with no idea what went wrong yesterday? It's going to be most of
Keep
what
your
they
tongue
talked
in your
about.
mouth, bro.
The reality is, we'll see that in the second half. If I remember correctly, the Fnatic game, it was Foot struggling on the attack. I think 4 rounds in the first half. So we'll see if they maybe need a really big margin coming out of this one. I don't know where the expectations are to be set, but again, with the learnings from the previous day, Vitality have their work cut out for them.
I've heard
Not
chat as
just
a reflection
in
of
that
a
second
streamer.
half,
Then
but
why the
this
fuck are you
round
guys
as well.
silver?
With Kicks and DERKE down,
Why
3
y'all
players
ass?
coming in through
The
heaven,
chat
but
is
the
a
super
reflection of a
passive hold
streamer.
that Foot
Why y'all
have
ass?
shown in almost every round towards this A site so far. They are playing back, allowing Vitality to take the space, confident on their crunches after. With Cracks down, there's still more players than they should expect. Zeus saves the day with the double. Just
What?
one left, and he'll clean him up
How?
too,
Why is
making
Seavoff
it
not
look easy
shooting?
against Seavoff.
Why is he not
putting
shooting
4-2
back?
on the
Bro
board
got
with
killed
money
and didn't
in
react.
for the attacking side.
Fortunately, he's already been somewhat denied. Now, Zeus has been switching up
Tarik
his
is
position
Turkish.
almost
Someone replied
every
and said,
single
white boy from
round.
Jersey.
I think
What?
Les managed to get quite a bit of
Nah,
ground
that was
in the last,
racist.
so maybe just looking to try and remove him from position. But for who Zeus is, he has been incredibly tempered with his aggression. This timing, like, could have been nice, but
The white boy or Jersey part, all of it.
I think the screen,
The
unfortunately,
entire
fading.
segment.
And once again, like, you've got almost full A ramp control, full B control, mid currently open,
All right.
but they are well aware of it on the Foot side. Where is the opening for Vitality? Because they haven't found it yet.
This late stage play again.
I'm not white, bro.
Back to A site.
I'm like light brown.
They haven't been keeping as aggressive
I'm like a tan
control
brown.
of having it could be their downfall against this weaker play. The fact that you've got Yenishay holding on to that control to play up from vents, they can put pressure on from every side.
I'm like off white. I'm off white. I'll take off
white.
white. I'm down to take off white.
Try and fail as those players in vent fall as this round seems to come crumbling down. 20 seconds again, feeling the pressure of that clock as we get deep into the round. 14 seconds. They need to get a move on. And we know that this site is stacked heavy every time. Salvos slow them and the round's already done. There is no way for that plan to come through, but they can cause damage. They can bleed the credits, maybe not
Bro,
dry.
what the
little
foot
bit
look?
lower.
I'm not going to jinx them.
Fortunately, Zeus with a 3-piece.
Been patient. But this is not the expectation of this composition
well, mouse
already.
Is on. Final mouse
looking
Tarik.
to pick up the pace a little bit, looking to try and
I could be
catch
wrong,
them
but I
off
think.
guard. Pressure placed onto Cracks. He's actually going to use the Nightfall just to try and get him out of there, and Safe has done what, but Yenishay has done even
for
better.
what?
It's 2 kills already.
They're getting rolled.
From this aggressive position. Safe managed to get past, but nobody else even made it into sight.
And they needed Safe. They needed that player to link up with. Instead, now they're in a position where you're pushing through a smoke, running into open territory where you've got no idea what lurks around any of those corners. And this is a position where, hell, looking at the economy, you could see a save at this point, but normally there'd be a lot less time on the clock. A 1:15 save would be a new thing to see. I think they're resetting to try to hit the other side of the map and see what they can get out of this. Making it to a site, less with a Viper's Pit. This is still winnable, but this is a very much an uphill battle. At least they still have that, I suppose not second smoker, I suppose less is more the second smoker. But with the wall down, Seavoff being alive is essential to get them onto B site.
He did not say clock. Nah, there's no way he didn't say clock. You're tripping. You heard what you wanted to.
Zeus.
And that's on you.
But they are running into Zeus.
He said clock. You heard what you wanted to.
First. Ada Captain is there, but I don't think he wants to overface this one. Viper's Pit might be utilized. Never mind, Ada Captain does want to do that. And with the
paranoia.
utility going in, the salvos is going to deny them a path.
Paranoia, brother.
They've only got 10 seconds to try and get this in. Paranoia being sent through. TP behind.
Oh my god. They're playing a perfect game.
And another 1v3. Hasn't gone well.
Eco, but since then, it is a sea of cyan with 6-2 on the board. FUT.
Did Vitality pause already? It did, right?
Except for prisoners.
Flash.
Wow,
did
nice
actually
flick.
DERKE has managed to correct his aim. It's a surprise he gets away with that one. Tries to survive the second while Ada Captain with an immediate trade. It's the first time we've really seen a proper battle for B main.
Oh!
Viper's Pit.
Oi!
Almost gets rid of Yenishay. You could see he's maybe a little bit nervous, but just wanted to make sure that, okay, when we haven't been able to capture B main as we have in every other round, I'll capture mid instead.
That early pick was nice, but DERKE going down.
They're going
Viper's
A?
Pit locking off mid.
Fade dog A, no info.
Anyway.
Serious problem.
They have B main though. They're gonna stack
just
A.
sent the Prowler through on A.
They're gonna
he
stack
sees
A.
nothing with
they
it.
have full B main.
Quite a bit of info, quite a bit of distance rather on that Prowler.
No. We stack A. We have full B main.
I make them think
we stack A.
Stacking up heavier towards that B side with the
No.
But
We
he's
stack
still
A, bro.
in position. The haunt goes
Wait,
through.
the haunt's
the information now there. And never mind,
This is
Mr. Fallen leaving for the other side of the map. In fact, they've even let the Viper's Pit fall without a captain covering that.
Everyone.
They are so certain this will be an A play. And they couldn't be more right about that.
What the fuck's happening in heaven? What's happening in heaven?
No one shot the horn. They were too busy thinking
about,
okay, who's going to shoot it so we don't give the full game away.
Oh my god,
Tail. They're going to try and run into a stack site. It's a bit of a whiff from Mr. Fallen, but the time is ticking once again.
Cracks.
They managed to clear at least one of them. That leaves it down to the remaining two. One of the best scenarios we've seen for Vitality so far.
Oh, no, he's going to go in?
Mistakes were definitely made, but they could look to rectify.
Wow, good transfer. Wow,
Captain finds him through the smoke.
Holy smokes.
It was the best chance of Vitality, even with
everything they win
going.
That.
Oh, man,
the ball is setting.
But he just leaves the
elimination game, by the way, chat. FUT are up 1-0.
He would have done that anyways, just off of being broken. But
they joined the watch parties, dude. That's it, man.
But it certainly pulled the trigger for them.
If you don't make Toronto, you're off for 3 months.
Big cost paid. And the captain was blind.
I think.
And he's still
tagged next
up
split starts.
Now he's taking it.
Holy shit, he made him turn.
TP out and it almost. The picks go back the other way though for Vitality.
2 months.
A 3 versus 3 they've ended up in. The real chance for the attackers to pick up a round.
Wait, this is the best chance they probably have, no?
Fallen wasn't sure if Safe actually stuck the TP or faked it.
Shoot it.
Viper's Pit.
Oh my god.
Still available. It
He
has
planted
been
for heaven still. He could have
for a
spammed them
while for
low-key.
less. And yeah, I think definitely a time to
This flank
try
is
and
big.
invest it. The battle of Cracks versus Sivov could end up being incredibly important. It's such
Big
an
shot.
unorthodox position, and Sivov with another triple kill. We've seen so many in that first map. Yedeje looking to try and push
Wait,
through
Viper's
and clear,
dead.
but actually, Let's has gone down. He's been taken out by
Wait.
the salvos. That's the
Wait,
Viper's pick
what?
on. Yedeje now found another. This was looking like, again, a great opportunity. And now Sivov, he needs to ace. He needs to find it all for them to be able to win this already. Looking to try and tag. That's a half, and his head has been spotted over the top of the box.
my god.
It will be.
How did
the
they win
defusal
that?
coming in for FUT, and I
Oh
don't
my
know
god,
how
it's
they've won
over.
that one.
It's over.
Man, my heart goes
It's
out to
so
Sivov.
tilted, bro.
That's the 6th clutch he's been in on this map so far.
He got
Lost
3 kills
every
in that
single
round.
one.
How
And
did
he
Les die?
needed
He died to
an
rockets.
ace
I don't
to
know.
win this one. Trying to carry them kicking and screaming through this round, but just too much
Wow,
ass.
how did he get
Atacaptain
through?
getting
Atacaptain
that
popped
double,
off.
Phenomenal. But
We
they
need to see the
recover
rocket
from
kill.
it.
Rocket kill. Show
Not
me.
only finding the picks to level up the scoreboard in that
Oh,
sense.
Oh, there was nowhere to go.
But then
He
that,
didn't
the
know
pit
there's
going
no
down,
spot in
Safe
the
not
back.
being able to take Yedeje, who was caught looking the other way. And you can see Sivov being left last alive 6 times and feeling those rounds slip out of his grasp. Every time they've had that opening, it's traded back almost immediately.
Oh my god, it's going down.
Oh, don't you dare.
Thank god he got
Yeah,
out.
no, you gotta back off on that one.
Oh, he broke the
Destroy
TP
the
as well.
gate crash as well. Less pressure.
They're going
to
out.
the backside. Here comes the
Where'd he go?
showstopper. Weaker weapons in play, certainly on
Okay,
Safe,
5v3,
but that
surely
rocket
not.
will make up for it. Mr. Fallen down and out. And this is the
What?
best chance they've had so
What?
far. 5v4 conversion is high. This was a 5v3, but we're back to equal footing. Safe trying to pull it back, but he's dropped by Zeus. And again, the pressure put on as the flanker's down. It's all onto kicks. This looked like a shoe-in, a third round at last. But instead, it's another clutch for Vitality. Not Sivov this time, but still an impossible task with Zeus putting up the quad
5v3.
kill for 9 rounds.
I'm not going to lie, Vitality look dead.
They do, dead in the water.
They're doing individual plays this round. You can tell. You can tell they're
really have
tilted.
to
You
look
can
at
tell
that
they're
initial
tilted and
plan.
playing themselves.
That's really where the preparation comes in, right? That's the first 30 seconds, the first minute, the
They
first
need
years of
3.
5v3s.
If they have
Yeah.
3, they have a
from the
chance.
coach.
No, exactly. And those 5v3s, those 5v4s, the fact that we just flew a stat that shows they're
Oh my
one
god,
of the
DERKE's in
best
the smoke.
teams. Might have even said the best, but certainly way above the average when it comes to 5v4
No,
conversions
brother.
and a 5v3 loss.
No, brother.
Recovering here with a 3rd round would be nice.
No. No.
The captain
Whiff.
stayed
Just
in the
whiff.
corner.
They have to check it. He's
smoke
done
up.
stuff like this so many times as well, just with these bait TPs. Cracks is already in to support, though, hiding within.
What
and
is
they don't expect
this?
him. I think he even got
They're
tagged
just
by
so
a
lost right
vulnerable from
now.
Yedeje from above.
That's
And
the captain?
It's still somehow
No, it's
here
too much.
eventually.
1v2.
And
It's
goes
a
down
1v2.
to running out of ammo.
It's very winnable.
That's been FUT's biggest weakness in this map, has been running out of bullets. But I'm seeing a clutch
He
scenario.
can be anywhere. This is very hard.
I'm
He can be
seeing
anywhere. He can be anywhere.
FUT with what is now a
They might
9-round
push
streak.
fun. No, they smoke
Does it
sight.
finally end at
Is
the
he
end
in
of
the
the
smoke?
half?
No, he's not.
Once it's not
Double back
Vitality in
sight.
the
Double back
clutches.
sight. Can he read that? He can read that.
It's been tough so far.
He can
I like
read
this,
that. It's
though,
not playing
stacked
for
up on the
main. He can
backside
read
of
that.
firing squad. An impossible task for Yedeje. He swings
No,
in,
you don't-
and he's
I don't
out of the
know.
round.
I mean,
Vitality,
I don't
3
know.
rounds on the board at the half.
About Vitality, but the fact that the attack sides of the 3 times we've seen it this year, a 4-8 attack, a
Okay,
3-7
big
attack,
pistol
and
for
a
Vitality.
1-11 attack for the side of FUT. So
Big
they
upset
definitely
potential.
do struggle.
Wait,
And
this is
also
an
the fact
upset,
that they're
right?
yet
If
to win this map this
wait,
year,
who's the
this
favorites
would be
here?
the
FUT?
first, maybe when
Is
they
FUT
need
the
it
favorites?
most. An aggressive start into the round, but it is DERKE to start. We're back in a 5v4.
Pistol essential here for Vitality.
DERKE.
And DERKE's already grabbed himself a
Kicks.
double kicks.
Damn
Steps
it,
up to the plate
Captain.
for more. It's Cracks
Damn it,
isolated in
Captain.
the open.
Them versus Fnatic, an 8-4 defensive half in that 18-16
I mean,
victory.
I would leave
We
it to
know
FUT
that
to
they
throw
can
this
play
game, I'm
the
not gonna
long game.
lie.
We know that they can
I'm sorry to
dig
say
deep
that,
into
but like,
this one. But
genuinely,
when you look
it
at
would
the
be a FUT
individuals,
job
when you look at the players
if
who've
it
been
was
performing
anybody.
throughout this series so far, they are definitely on FUT side. There really isn't an argument to be had there.
Even in a round like this, I'm
Look at that.
nervous.
What the fuck was that?
Nice conversion, nice pick on Ada Captain lurking out on B. The opening pick going to FUT made me a little bit scared, especially with the stat we just saw. But I imagine that's hampered a little bit when your opponents are on classics. Range very much in Vitality's favor, and it's kicks to pretty much secure this one. Mr. Fallen, it's not like he's got a Bucky. It's just a classic to play with on backside.
Doesn't have a Bucky or his ultimate.
Exactly,
Those two things might be able to save him, and well, I now know exactly
Fuck you, what are you doing here?
A big round from kicks as well. Farming up those additional ultimate orbs
Well,
towards that nightfall. Definitely going to be important. And that's the thing, I look at this Vitality squad heading
more
up
like
to
it,
the
bro. Don't be weird.
Already. Defensive side, having that early aggression, but very quickly fading away from it. Invested quite heavily into the rifles in the last round, so this buy definitely has some bite.
Right, this is a bonus round, chill.
Now, FUT themselves
Fighting mid?
have the guns in hand. Zeus already just a few away from having that dimensional drift, and DERKE, he's looking to try and catch a timing hand.
What a good flash!
And in fact, they both
what
get
a
caught.
good flash!
The 1-2 punch of Zeus and Cracks, and this round is already in turmoil.
Oh my god,
Save
so
goes
well
down,
played.
Not an easy position to connect from. Marshall in the open on A, mid-rotate as he's picked off.
Impossible.
And now the A site very much taken. In fact, they're even gonna, they have so much time, man. They go for an orb. And then the plant, so Zeus will have ultimate online, not expecting to have any battles to fight. And indeed he won't. Ada Captain.
He's not falling for that anymore. You have done that about 6 times in this game.
Ada Captain has one move in his book and he will spam it.
There's no way anybody's going to expect that.
The life of stage 1 on the line. They'll put the credits
Guys,
up to
Lolo keeps inviting me to a nude spot with him. What should I do?
Early pick towards the B site perhaps, but take a look at where FUT are. All 5 players looking at that A site.
I keep saying no.
It will be the old sent through to find the info. One spotted. What's Zeus's idea? Salvos in play. Decoy sent and a
oh my god,
flash.
he's switching the
That is
teammates' rockets. I like
from Ada
it.
Captain. The paranoia lands, and with it the opening pick and the A site falling. DERKE, the last bastion of defense. Trying to sneak forward and get some space. In fact,
it's over,
he's
bro.
not cleared his corner.
Over.
Yeah, why would he expect Ada Captain to just be sat there watching another obscure angle and what?
Save already?
Yeah, I don't think there's much more they could do. That execution was wonderful, by the way. They put the salvos in. It's a teleport into the salvos, but also you know that, okay, now if I paranoia, he can't go back up against the wall and get away from it. There's no way for him to go. Like,
it's
really
relaxing
is
and only weird if you make it weird. I feel like Lolo was trying to grab my shit, no
they
joke.
got into that site, and once you get the opener and DERKE gets caught.
Or I feel like he might get excited next to me.
We talked about, I don't think we saw their 4v5
and like, I can't be there for that.
Awful.
Yeah.
I don't think their 3v5 is going to be any better.
With an op on the retake, yeah, I can see why they're not feeling that, and I think the only damage done to
Well,
FUT
I'm
in
just
that
saying,
round
I'm just playing the
was
situations in my
salvos
head.
onto Zeus.
The upper bracket matchup between FUT and Vitality. And it was 13-4.
Mr. Fallen, what the fuck are you doing?
Vitality's favor to send them into the lower bracket is looking like a completely different story this time around, but DERKE is there to find the start. He's definitely been like one of the few beacons of hope in this map, at least.
Hunting for heaven.
On the raise, but
they're gonna fight Ram. Big fight. Big fight.
Might not have been worth it.
Util?
Post plant
We got
once
paranoia?
again.
Nah. We got
All
nothing.
they have to do is
No
convert
Util.
that
Euro flash
advantage.
now.
DERKE, nice blast.
Good flash.
They still win the duels.
Oh my god, this kid is the best player. I'm telling you, Zeus.
It's a 3v2.
How do you get that kill?
The advantage back
Zeus
into
is the
FUT's
best
court.
player.
Safe.
I'm
The
sorry,
operator,
he
he's
is.
picked off a key player.
He's
the
doing
one that was
unholy
on site.
shit.
Now the pressure
over and
on.
over and over.
But it's on to Safe instead.
Impossible.
45
GG.
HP. And a one-way smoke
12-5,
blocking
cloud
him
9.
out from any real hope of taking this round across the line. The defuse no longer possible, saving the op an equally difficult task. He's boxed in. The spike set to explode. The flash. But Ada Captain's there. Nothing for Vitality in the next round.
Statistic looking like
maybe the Vitality Valorant
obliterated by
died
FUT
so the Valorant
in this
or the
matchup
Vitality
alone.
CS team could thrive.
With 7 in a row needed for Vitality to survive in
They have to make a
stage 1.
sacrifice for one to do well.
It is looking like FUT will be the ones to continue forward in this tournament, look to make that 3 streak of matches to take themselves to Toronto. We said it. They don't miss out on both Masters. That's not a common thing since partnership began. FUT have always been there And this is a
Get
statement.
my toolkit ready? What
They left the
toolkit?
gap in that smoke. Originally, it was Sevov trying to put the pressure on, but he gets forced back off the angle because Captain was watching and waiting. They send Safe in now. Operator in hand, flash used. There's players here. Yedajay's
What
gonna
the
peek,
fuck?
but the shot
Your
isn't landed.
teammate CP'd out and you
This
ran
was
in?
a big
What is
opportunity.
this?
The man advantage potentially, but now Sevov is
Why
isolated.
isn't it working?
Your fear.
And Safe
Safe,
stuck
safe,
up close.
safe.
He's not caught by the ult.
He's so dead. He's so
One
dead. It's not
player
even
is that
funny.
might sell out the fake. They might not expect
Oh
him
my
to still
God,
be
yes,
so
he got out.
close.
Oh
And
my
he'll
God,
get his
yes, he's
reward,
dead.
but Yedajay pulls it back into their favor. Now the op stuck
DERKE?
behind a smoke. They need
What's up,
another
bitches?
hero. Showstopper fired in for another. Vitality with a real opportunity. Both players spotted. Nade in on the seas. Mr. Fallen barely survives.
Wow.
Holding
Good
on
reset.
for
Good
dear
one.
life, but Safe sends him packing.
With Yedajay ready.
Let's see. It
on
ain't
that
over
Viper's
yet.
pick could be enough to put this to bed. Safe stepping up though. Why, it's necessary.
Absolutely.
What?
Oh, what? Zeus! In such a crucial time for Vitality.
scam. Off
Pulling
the
out a
scam.
play like that. The pit now blocking off so much.
He killed him so
The
fast,
pathway
man.
they'd like to
Bro,
use to
Zeus
get back in.
might have the best
plant
aim in this season right
secured.
now. I'm not kidding. I
The
haven't seen
operator
anything like
threw
this
a pit.
recently. Right now, he
this
might
is
have the best aim.
disastrous. Of all the
Like,
times
and
to make a
reaction
play
time.
like that,
He's
Zeus,
so
he may
fast
be out of the
and
round,
clean
but
and crisp.
his mark on this round is clear.
Playing time. They have the
Close
ultimate
at
ready,
6.
Salvos, yeah. In a matter of seconds, this clock might be enough for them to win this, and they still have a couple of other snakes within the grass. They also have to try and deal with every other piece of utility in play. And a captain puts one
This gets
more
worse
on the
and worse.
body
It's
pile.
over. GG.
As Vitality
Wow.
look like they might be going out with a whimper
Quick
Sevo
2-0.
unless
The match that
all
was
that
supposed to be
stands
fast
in the way
went the
of
distance.
FUT,
This
and
one was
they
fast.
will not stand much longer. FUT send Vitality packing.
Damn, they
Your
fucking rolled
champions
them, bro.
of kickoff eliminated by the Turkish squad, looking to battle through that lower bracket. And I'll be honest, that was a very clean victory for them.
Dude, I'm so excited. Thank you for inviting me.
You do not sound excited, and it sounds like you're hungover. Were you drinking last night?
I did. How did you know?
Bro, I can hear it in your voice. You gotta brush your teeth, no?
I did, bro. That's what I was doing.
Yeah, it's kind of hot. You play better when you're hungover, no?
I'm not that hungover at all. I'll be fine.
No! GG! Too short.
Satchel out.
I satcheled him in. They're up. They're up. They're up.
Dip out.
Could be you.
Is that pocket?
Could be you. Oh. One shower.
Last player standing.
78.
This guy's
Wow.
aimbotting, no?
Trick shots.
Win this, my dog.
Spike planted.
I think it's a remake.
Is it?
No, they're both
Oh,
there.
never mind. Never mind. Oh. I don't know why that guy wrote GG.
GG because he's hacking.
Yeah, true. True.
The motherfucker just headshot 4 of us like it was nothing. One elbow.
Spike
55.
down.
Ah. You felt that?
He has 1v1.
Tap bomb.
Last player standing.
Nice.
Good job, Pablo, you womp motherfucker.
Make a walk out of here.
Just fall long.
I can't smoke long. I'll smoke Kuka though. If you want.
Is that broken?
They're all,
They're all
big?
out.
Oh.
3.
Got one. Spike planted.
Could be an elbow.
120 your
Get in there, baby.
Satchel out.
Cypher's long, hip 80.
It's you and me.
I'm ulted, I'm ulted.
Look.
Wanna watch your body?
120 euros though.
Enemy remaining.
Oh!
Oh,
my God.
okay then, Scotty!
Yeah.
Take it,
Holy
take it, take
shit.
it, take it, take it. Turn around. Oh wait,
Wait,
actually
no,
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 more.
not the
Like,
bomb! Not the
oh,
bomb! Not the bomb! Not the bomb!
Give it, give it, give it, give it.
He doesn't take the ball.
Bro, does not understand. It's okay.
Grenade.
Get Bubba.
Go get him. Satchel out.
One's you.
One shower.
Flash hookah.
He's out, I think he's out.
Here comes the party.
Guy's late. There, sky flash hookah.
Oh. Oh, what?
I've got your trail.
Sees it.
Bomb buddy out.
Close, under hill.
Planning. You wanna all plan it?
One more.
Dude, under hell.
Fine.
Under hell, one more.
Spike planted.
Planner.
One enemy remaining.
Guaranteed if you ult him.
You're right. You're a genius. Oh.
No!
Get on it. Stick.
W.
You're
Opt
right.
on CT. Opt on CT.
You're way better than me. Bait from you.
That's that hookah.
It's you and me.
Smoke your body, Fender.
No. There's.
One enemy remaining.
Oh my god.
Throw me again.
Destabilizing. Focusing.
Hold on, I'm smoking late.
Launching smoke.
Enemy down.
Could be fine.
Close. On the right.
One enemy remaining.
Flank.
W call or no?
Could be low. Long.
Are you doubting my comm?
Cutting their vision.
Smoke's down.
Here comes the party.
Dude, you
He's flanked me with open ulti. Why is he on omen on this map?
Dribble.
One enemy remaining.
GG.
GG.
Attackers
First game.
win.
have a good day, guys.
What's up, dudes? I just want to give a quick reminder. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, smash that shit right now. I appreciate all the support. You guys are the best.
Come here, kid.
Got a timing to short.
Back up a little bit.
I have a smoking tin.
Come to this corner with me.
They're both CT.
You know you can see deep heaven from here. Like you can see their head walk out if you're all the way in this corner.
You're speaking CT right now.
Alright.
One enemy remaining.
Nice.
No way. Grounded.
Nice shot.
Yeah, I could just freeze. I'm gonna smoke heaven.
Stay in sight.
Mine is short.
Lock in sight.
Rook Should be should. short. Alright, short. Yeah, short.
One enemy remaining.
Yo, where's the heaven tech? Right here?
Where you going, little bro? Where you going, little bro?
Placing swarm grenade.
Around B?
Looks like it.
Swarm grenade area created.
They smoked garage.
Killed my ball.
One flank C. Let's go towards ceiling. Oh, he's close back to the door. Could be in mid.
Can you go clear mid?
One window.
One down.
It's Madden? I'm trying to... One ceiling.
Last player standing.
Both.
One enemy remaining.
And nice shot.
Nice.
Back.
Yes, sir, ski.
Wait, what's going on? Because there's
weird,
10
no?
other people in there. Yeah.
Bang it.
Cutting their vision.
Pretty.
Close. Two more. Phoenix spawn.
You got heal?
Both there. Last guy spawn. Flash it out. 3, 2, 1. Turn. Ooh, imagine.
Yo, can you heal me?
Shut the f up. Player's game. Your heal, kid. Your heal. You let him play. He's a world champion, you little bitch. Don't ever talk to him again.
Go for a heal.
Nice shot.
bottom. I'm sorry, I acted my teammate's ability.
You should learn from that.
What are we doing here? Let's go see. I've decided. See long. Everyone. See long. See long. I've decided.
In garage. This dude wants to smoke.
What
Oh my god, thank you.
Surely not, surely not. Surely not! Pablo, you womp womp!
Get out of my way.
What the? What the? What the? Ah!
Quiet.
Joke's over. You're dead.
Yeah, he's on site. Logs. Logs. Nice rise to the left.
He ulted A. He ulted A main.
Shadows traveling.
Start. In the smoke.
Spike down. C.
I think there's a gap in that, by the way.
Finishes A main. Could be long flank.
I'm planning
I think
safe.
there's a gap in that wall that you walk out of, but I don't know.
Nah, no shot.
No, what am I doing? No, what am I doing? Both there, garage. We do not care. Oh.
Damn.
Got there in 10 seconds, holy.
In the alien smoke.
Oh!
Two.
Last player standing.
That's my guardian.
Spike planted.
Dude, what the f? They're not chasing?
Oops. Everyone note down your observations.
Is going.
Your games aren't real, bro. Pablo is just letting you to suck his dick in spawn.
Two on the right.
Stay down. Auf Wiedersehen.
Wait, can I use?
How did he get a gun?
I mean, I heard.
Oh, wanna be, wanna be, wanna be! Fight this kid, it's Jet!
One enemy remaining.
Nice.
Behind me. He's going A. He's going A.
Wait, if he was there, that was clean.
Blocking sight. Last player standing.
Wait, why did I think it was match point? I thought it was 12.
I whiff.
You did not whiff. You chose
Bad.
not to play.
Get out of my way.
Joke's over. You're dead.
Right now, I got you with the heal, baby girl.
Ulting garage, don't think garage.
Window.
Window, window.
NB1.
Damn.
Is your my link?
A-Link, A-Link, A-Link.
Nailed it.
That was the dude A-Link. Phoenix still garage.
Help, I'm stuck.
Window.
Help, step bro.
I'll see.
Wait, you got him.
One enemy remaining.
I'll see.
He's planning.
He's planning.
We've on my blind.
He's off.
Nice.
Alright, I got us.
Defenders win.
These games are a little too easy.
Yeah, they're a little crazy.